Okay, well, first I want to say thank you to Kelly and Cafe Susanna for allowing us to share this cultural, historical story of Hanukkah. And I want to say thank you to everyone who's here to read this book with me as we go through the holidays. So I want to say thank you to the parents who are also here as well, who are here to support us, and everyone else who's going to be reading this story. So the story of Hanukkah are about events that really happened in history. Did you know that? So the story of Hanukkah reminds us of a group of brave Jewish heroes who rose up to defend their land from their enemies. And so this is what we're going to talk about and read about today. And the story is called MACCABEE, the story of Hanukkah. And I'm dressing up like one of those warriors today as we read the book. Are y'all ready? All right, let's go ahead and let's open it up. MACCABEE, the story of Hanukkah. At Hanukkah, we tell this story of ancient faithfulness and glory, of freedom lost and freedom won by Jews who knew what must be done. And here, we're now in the land of Israel that's located in the Middle East. You have a menorah, there's a temple, and these are little pictures of their land. That land is still there today. The Greeks had gods, yes, more than one. The god of the sea and the god of the sun. Throw in a party god just for fun. You see the gods there and how they're having a good time? King Antiochus ruled the land. King Antiochus, he's the evil Greek king. Bow down to them was his command. And that's not all. I order you to dress and eat and act Greek too. No way, said the faithful Jews. Sometimes it only takes a few who know what's right and do it too. But Antiochus had great power. When they refused, his mood turned sour. That means he got mad. Jerusalem, he snarled and frowned, will desecrate their holy ground. Put statues of our gods all around. Stamp out the traitors where they are found. So the enemies came into their land and tried to take away all the things that belonged to them. And those who said, no, we're not going to do what you're telling us to do, they were punished. Now, some Jews gave in and some Jews fled. Then one Jew, Matthias, said, to your idols I won't pray, your laws aren't mine, I won't obey. He drew his sword and he got away. Sometimes it only takes a few who know what's right and to do it too. But Matthias said, I'm old. We need a leader strong and bold. I have 5 sons. Whom should I choose? And he conducted interviews. Jonathan, he's plenty smart. And Simon, he knows martial arts. The other 2 will do their part. Oh, but Judah, he has heart. Now, Judah is one of the main warriors of the Maccabees. He called to Judah at first light and said, our farmers, shepherds, you'll unite. Deep in the mountains, out of sight. With patience, teach them how to fight. Then lead attacks through the dark of night. Said Judah, eager and brave and bright, count on me to do what's right, with all my heart and with all my might. Sometimes it only takes a few who know what's right and do it too. Now, Judah was very brave to lead a lot of his people to fight. It's not easy to fight. So Judah led the scrappy band to fight for the freedom throughout the land. Now all admired his strong command. He's like a hammer in his hand, in our hand. So Maccabee was his new name. The Maccabees, they gained instant fame. So the word Maccabee means hammer, and that's what they started to call Judah, one of the main Jewish warriors of the Jewish people. And here you can see there's a bunch of warrior elephants and warriors, and then we see Judah on this side. And they were small compared to the Greeks. They had a lot of soldiers. So the armies of the king were strong, and they thought they'd win. But they were wrong. The Maccabees fought hard and long. And King Antiochus finally said, enough, enough, enough bloodshed. Then Judah's men saw just ahead Jerusalem with ruins spread, and they thought they'd won, and they moaned and said, all is lost. This place is dead. Did Judah wail and hang his head? No, he told them all instead, sometimes it only takes a few who know what's right and do it too. Now here you can see on this side that their home has been ruined, but they're going to try and clean it up. Our temple is a royal mess, but we have come to repossess. So, do I have a volunteer to get the idols out of here? I see the courtyard has gone to the weeds. Who'd like to plant some flower seeds? Someone called, look what I found on our broken altar on the ground. And Judah said, who's good with bricks? These are problems that we can fix. And here these pictures show them now cleaning up and rebuilding what the enemy Greeks had destroyed. Enthusiasm filled the air as people scurried everywhere. A new menorah, aren't we clever? The holy light will burn forever. A search for oil was underway, but bad news spoiled their holiday. The jug will only last for 1 day, and the people cried, but it takes 8 to make more, and that's too late. You're right, said Judah. We can't wait. Use what we have, that little bit. And they all agreed, and the oil was lit. Now, where the Jewish people went to pray in their temple, they had this candle holder that's called a menorah, and you need oil for that to stay lit up, just like you would light a candle. This was one of the most precious things to the Jewish people, and they only had oil for that 7 days. They needed more. So the next day, it still burned bright, like new. Then the third and the fourth and the fifth day too. For 3 more days, their wonder grew. Free to worship without fear, they said, remember every year that a miracle happened here. And like brave Judah, they all knew, sometimes it only takes a few who know what's right and do it too. And now we see that the menorah has the lights for not just 1 day, but for 8. Now, if Judah were alive today, what would he do? What would he say? He'd smile at the familiar sight of our menorah burning bright and join in prayers that we would recite. He'd thrill us with a tale or two about his brave and loyal crew. We'd beg for more when he was through. And this shows them getting together. If Judah were there, one of the main heroes, and what he would tell about that event. But Judah lived long ago. Of course he can't come and see us, so some of these things we'll never know. Yet we'll remember this, it's true. Sometimes it only takes a few. The end. All right, well, thank you, everyone. I hope you enjoyed that book. Again, you can learn a lot about this history if you study Greek history, Jewish history, and there's so much lessons we can learn from the book as we have discussed. And when it comes to being challenged, sometimes it just takes courage to stand for what's right. All right, thank you, guys. Once Cafe Susanna for allowing us to read this book. This place has become a place of learning and conversation and making memories. So we always want to offer our gratitude and our thanks. Thank you, Kelly. Make sure you visit Cafe Susanna today.